Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 7? If you haven't seen the previous 6 episodes, I recommend you go back and watch those. I've come down here to my chest room to open this here chest, and you will see that I have accumulated 47 diamonds total now. I don't remember how many we had at the end of the last episode, but it was a lot less than this. I was down in the mines hacking away and found some more, so I'm very happy about that. And I just wanted to give you an update on that, so you're not like, hey, where the heck did all those come from? But I've also collected some more coal and lapis and a little bit of redstone. Got some iron and gold to cook up too. But yeah, the diamonds are the big one, and I've actually already used 2 of them to make a diamond sword, which we will hopefully enchant in today's episode, although I already put it in the enchanting table and I wasn't super happy with the enchantment that it was giving me. I think what we'll actually do is enchant a book with a 1-level enchant right off the bat here at the beginning, and then we'll put the sword back in. Actually, I'll grab it. Put the sword back in and see what it gives us then, because it'd be a lot. I'd like to have sharpness, obviously. That's the holy grail there. But I wouldn't be super upset with smite. It would just depend on what else was on there. Let me wait to sleep it out real quick. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I know I missed an upload on Sunday, and I apologize for that. Just work got in the way, but hopefully it won't happen again. I was working a 7-day stretch, so I wasn't finding time to do it. So, but I've got 2 days off here, and I'm hoping to get like maybe 2 or 3 of these done and ready to go, so that we don't have any more anything like this where we miss an episode. Obviously, I want to strive to keep the schedule going. I did for 3 weeks in a row. I missed one, and I apologize for that. But this episode's coming out on Thursday. What's today? Today's 7. It's coming out on Thursday the 9th, I believe. Thursday is the 9th. Anyway, but yeah. So let's put a book in here. And where did my book go? Am I holding it? Oh, there it is. Whew. I was going crazy. So I'm breaking piercing 1. I don't actually know what piercing does, but we're gonna enchant a book with piercing 1, so that we can see what our diamond sword will get now. Smite 4. See, now that's where it's like Smite 4, Fire Aspect 2, and Breaking 3. Now that's a great sword, but just Smite 4 might be a little underwhelming. Oh, I didn't even address this. I changed some stuff out here. Oh my goodness! Before we deal with the sword, I apologize to cut that off, but we changed some stuff out here, and I think so. I wasn't super happy with just having that one cobble wall. It didn't really make it seem important, just having one little cobble wall around it, you know. So what I did was I did a 3-high, or actually 4-high in this case, but 3-high most of the time, cobble wall around, and I put the cobblestone walls on top to give it a little character. Put a couple of little fenced windows in, so that you can be in here and look out to see when enemies are coming. But I didn't want to make a gate here. But what I did do to kind of explain the importance of this temple or ruin is I put 2 little posts here that guys would have in the past stood on to defend the shrine here. And you'll notice too that I chopped off the top of this mountain and left it more as a ruin-looking thing rather than a wizard tower, because the more I looked at it, the more it really kind of reminded me. I don't know if any of you have played Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game, for the Nintendo Switch, but it kind of really reminded me of the shrine there. You know, they have the shrines in the game. If you're unfamiliar anyway, it's just there's puzzles in the game, and they're in the form of these shrines, and they kind of look like this. And so I thought that it would be cool to have that, and so I chopped off the top, made it shorter, and kind of modeled it after the shrine. There's still some stuff I got to do. The wall doesn't go all the way around yet. This side of the temple, I guess, or shrine is far too flat. There's still some cobble and other details I got to put in back here. But from this angle over here, I actually really like it. It looks very cool, and it definitely reminds me of one of those shrines. So that's pretty sweet. But anyway, let's get back to the sword. I apologize for cutting that off, but I realized I was walking in here and I hadn't even addressed the changes. Anyway, I also moved the chest in here with the book. Okay, so Smite 4. I mean, I've got, 47 diamonds. Do I just risk it and do it and just see what happens? I got sharpness 2 there. Let's see what would be on an iron pick. I don't care about what. You know what? Let's do it. We're going to do it. We got 30 levels. There's no point. I'm hoping for like Smite 4 fire aspect on breaking 3. That'd be freaking sweet right there. So let's try that. I knew we were going to get skunked on it. Oh my god. Good lord. I knew we were going to get skunked on that. Smite 4 by itself. I had a funny feeling we were going to get skunked. That is tragic. Well, now we got to get back up to 30 levels and see what we can get on a book. Gosh, dang it. All right, guys, I'm heading over to the spawner here, and that's what the main focus of today's episode is, we've got these 27 levels. And in game time, it would take a little long, take a little bit to get back up to 30 levels. You got to kill some stuff. You gotta breed some cows or mine some diamonds or whatever. But we'd like to speed this process up here. So today we're going to be working on the spider spawner and actually getting it set up as a mob trap and that type of stuff. So the idea being, of course, that we are gonna dig down. I got to look up the exact number of how far we got to dig down. But we got to dig down far enough that when the spiders spawn and fall, they'll be just about dead. Just enough to smack them once or maybe twice, depending on the health of the spider. I do believe they all have different healths. But smack them once or twice and they die, and then you get the experience. And then probably have a water pushing system where it push the items to us, although string and spider eyes are not really the most coveted mob drops in the game, so it wouldn't be super useful to have the items pushed, but we might do it just on account of. But anyway, so that's what we're going to be working on today. But I got to look up some numbers, and I got to come up with a strategy on how to do it. And because this is actually a pretty small room, so I don't know if I'm going to go bigger on it, like wider, give the spiders more room to spawn or what. Also, I got to work out how to incorporate the walkway into actually getting to the bottom of this where you would want to kill the spiders. So I got to figure out how to, jerry-rig the staircase to go down for us. So anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of research, and I will get back with you once I have the numbers that I need to start the project. Alright guys, well, you saw a little time lapse there of me doing some work, and this is a much more finished product here. So you can see what I've done is I've dug all the way down to, I think it's like, I want to say it's like 15 or 16 blocks, but anyway, enough to get most spiders down to just 1 or 2 hits. There are some that die and there are some that need more hits, but in general, 1 or 2 hits. And you can see I built a little small enclosure so that when they spawn within these blocks, and you'll see why I had to do that, because I was having a problem when they were climbing up, and they would just hang out up here in the corners and all that. So what I had to do was build a lip down here on the bottom, but in order for them to not fall onto the lip, I had to also enclose it up top. But you can see down here it works pretty well. They get caught under the lip, and you can just whack at them with your meat, or whatever. And see, that guy was 1 hit. The other guy was 3 hits. That guy's 1 hit. So you can see it varies, but it certainly is effective for the most part. And we're back up to 30 levels, no problem. So I've got it lit up a little bit down here so that hopefully things don't spawn. I got to clean it up. All I had was wood on me, and I had to test it out. But it works pretty well. I also got to put a pane of glass here. I like to have it lit down on the bottom so there aren't any mobs, but at the same time, it's got to be, the light can't reach all the way up to the top, and so I've put 1 torch in here, kind of recessed back into the wall, so that the light in there is minimal. And it seems to work pretty well. So we're back up to 30 levels, which is really sweet. And I'm happy with how this turned out. Obviously, I got to clean things up and make it look a little bit nicer. But the general idea is complete, and it's a working product right now. And this is how I got the staircase down here. I just had to kind of do a little loop-de-loop, go back up, but it'll connect just like it did before. And once I put the actual stair blocks in, it'll be right as rain. So I'm happy about that. And now that we're back up to 30 levels, we got to try to get something that we can work with, because Smite 4 on its own is just about useless. Not useless, but like the sword's going to break fast, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So let's make another book, and we'll try to go over and enchant something that will work a little bit better for us. Put that in there. Okay. Let us go back over and see what we can't get. We got a wandering trader. We'll check him out in just a second. But let's do this really fast. Okay, so we got a book here, and sharpness 3. Now, sharpness 3. That is really not very awesome at all. I got to start making the diamond armor anyway, so I'm not going to waste this 30 levels on sharpness 3. So I think what we'll do is we'll make our diamond set of armor, and we'll get the enchanting process on that started. And that way we can just kind of pick and choose which enchantments we want on each one, and that type of thing. So helmet and boots, very sweet. So we'll try these out. Got an achievement, cover me in diamonds. That's pretty cool. But hopefully we get something better. Obviously I want to put Unbreaking 3 at the very least on this sword, but we'll have to wait till we get an Unbreaking 3 book. What have we got here? Thorns 2. Okay. Unbreaking 3. That's the most important. Aqua Affinity. And Unbreaking 3. So I think what we'll do is probably we'll do an Unbreaking 3 and see what else we get on these pants. So let's try that. Why not? Hopefully it's Protection 4. Protection 3, I'll take it. Protection 3, Unbreaking 3 on these here pants. Still got Thorns 2 on that, but what have we got on the book now? Sharpness 3 still, really? Why is that like that? Oh, Protection 4 now on the helmet. So we'll probably have to do that. That's Protection 4 on the helmet's good. Protection 4 on the boots as well. That's pretty sweet. But Protection 3 is not bad at all. And it's a good start for our diamond set, our first diamond set of what will hopefully be many. Oh, I got to check out this Wandering Trader real quick. We'll see what this guy's got for us. And oh, crap. More pillagers. It's always something. It's never nothing. Bubble, coral block, pink dye, wheat seeds. Yeah, a bunch of garbage. All right. So let me... we're going to have to go deal with those guys real quick. Let me put some stuff away. All right, guys. So we got another flag carrier here. This is likely the second wave of this. Well, I had one of those things, the bad omens, but then it went away. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, these guys clearly see me, and I missed that horribly. Nice. Okay. And you finna die. Oh, boy. Okay, we're just gonna keep critical hitting them. Very good. This guy, dodge his attacks here. Sweet. Alright, he's dead. Awesome. So we got another one of these dang bad omen things. But let's see, we got another one of these banners. I'm not sure exactly what these banners do, but, you know, cool to have, I suppose. And we'll await the next wave. Next wave of those guys. I'm sure that's not it. I'm sure there'll be more. But there's got to be a village around here somewhere. Maybe, you know, they were hanging out over here this time. Let me go check over the mountains and see if there's something over here. We checked back that way last time, but there might be something this way. It just seems weird that they're just coming out of nowhere, you know. They don't. As far as I know, they tend to hang around villages or their outposts if they have them. But I don't know where they're coming from. But they come mess with me, they're gonna die. Ooh, we got a floating island. Very cool. I actually haven't done much exploring of this world. We need to do that. We need to take a lap around and check some stuff out before too long. Maybe next episode, we'll see. But I'm not seeing a village, so whatever, guys. You just keep showing up. I'll just keep killing you. Alright, guys. Well, I was heading back to the house, but I saw this big mountain, and I thought I should climb it and kind of look down on our settlement from above here. And I'm really happy with how it's turning out. Obviously, we've only got really 3 structures going on, but that's going to change here very soon because we got to start getting this quote kingdom set up. One house and a little ruin is not cutting it. We're going to have a castle. We're going to have a wall around it. You know, defense outposts and all kinds of stuff. Oh, excuse me. That's all coming, but we gotta start with our house and the enchanting and get all this stuff, and we'll explain stuff as we go. That's kind of the fun part about it. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to see from a little bit of a different angle what we're working on right now, and I think it's cool. I realize, you know, our house is very big. It's a really actually kind of a big house, and it might end up being too big for what we're going on. You know. It's a nice starter house. We can always rework it. Let's say the theme changes. Let's say we want to go a little more steampunk or a little more medieval or contemporary. I mean, that's probably falls under the contemporary category, but you get the idea. We can always change things as we go, and that's kind of a beautiful thing about the game. But I'm really excited to start getting to get started on building the castle and the walls around it and everything. I'm not quite sure how it's going to oh my god, I can't even speak how big it's going to be, the wall around and all that. But I'd like to have, you know, a port of some sort, you know, around. I can't remember if there's a river on that side. It might be better to do it over there or a port here. But I got a lot of ideas, and a lot of them are going to take a long time to develop, but I've got plenty of time. So I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on it. And I think next episode we're going to take a lap around and see if we can't find some cool stuff. There's a whole jungle. Dang skeleton. There's a whole jungle here behind us that we haven't really explored, and we should do that. You know, we've been hanging out in the same area the whole season so far, and there's all this area back here that has to be explored, and we're gonna do some of that on the next episode. So I will see you then. Have a good night, guys.